What is up, everybody? It is Wednesday, June 16th, and we are live with Market Movers. Well, not we, but I am live with Market Movers. Today, Mike isn't here today. He's having a little bit of technical difficulties and dealing with a few things. So figured that I would run the ship today, and hopefully we can talk about a couple things, have a nice time, go over the slate quickly. Probably won't be a long show. So no countdown because, again, that's all on Mike's end. We're just going to jump right into it today. I'll give people a few seconds to get in. Yeah, a little late start today, trying to figure it all out. Sometimes we just have technical difficulties. Welcome to self-producing a stream. So, okay. But no, it should be a totally fine rundown today. Definitely going to be trying to take as many questions as possible. So, let them fly. If you got them, we'll talk about games if you're interested in them. Yeah, please. What's up, Jake? How you doing, guys? Thank you for stopping by. Let me know if anything gets weird with the mic or anything. Hopefully it should be all okay. But all right. Let's maybe talk about the NBA quickly. There's some big news today. Obviously, Kawhi Leonard hurt his knee. Might not play the rest of the series. Pretty big news considering he's like one of the best players in basketball right now. Definitely one of the most clutch players in basketball. That line flew. Right. I know a couple people tried to get in the Jazz at like minus 140 today as the news dropped. It's like now minus 180, 190 last time I checked. So, it's going to be interesting. I think obviously the Clippers are probably done. Going to be very hard to win without their main guy. Kind of stinks. It just stinks. Right. We don't really like for anything like this to happen. If my book had Jazz, I'd be there too. So I don't have Mike's model. So, if Mike was here, he would tell you, but I don't have the numbers in front of me. You can always just probably tweet him. And if he has a little bit of time to catch up with everything today, I'm sure he'll get back to you. But if he's not playing it, my guess is it doesn't have an edge. It's going to be an interesting one tonight. We also have the Hawks and 76ers going. That one should be fun. Thinking that, hey, I'm going to try to answer your questions no matter what. So, but anyway, Hawks and 76ers should be a good one. It looks like the sharp side is going to be taking the points. I mean, if you've been watching how this has been going, this series, it's been pretty close. I'm going to pull up some of the numbers now, just sort of getting that all ready. Oh, I'm very mistaken. The sharp side seems to be the 76ers. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. Appreciate that. I wasn't able to watch the early edge this morning. Most mornings I'm in there. Today I was not. Sharp side looks to be the 76ers at home. I mean, I personally think that the Hawks keep this close. They were able to steal a game in Philadelphia. I'm not going to be betting it. What's up, Gravy? How you doing, man? Thank you for coming in, saying hello. We always appreciate everyone who stops by. So looking like 76ers probably the sharp side in the market. Again, I'm not making any basketball plays today. If I had to, I'd probably target a total. I know that, the 76ers game is probably going to be considered to be more fast-paced, and I'd probably want to go against the market and maybe go under in that one. But again, probably going to be leaving it alone this afternoon or this evening and just enjoying the basketball because, again, the 76ers game should be the fun one now that essentially the Jazz should win this one, right? It shouldn't be nearly the contest it was going to be that we thought it was going to be. And, and then on the other side, the Suns, right? Chris Paul has COVID or is in COVID protocol. And that's not fun, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what goes on. The Suns should still compete. I mean, they're going to figure something out. This team is good. He is their floor general, but I think you got to give the Suns a little bit of credit. Going to be interesting to see how that one goes. But all right, let's get into the baseball day because that is sort of more where I've been focused today. Anytime. Thank you for the appreciation, Andrew. Definitely appreciate all you guys hanging with me today. I know no mic is not as fun potentially, but no, I'm playing. We'll still give you the same stuff. Should be a good time. But all right, baseball, full slate. Got a little bit of some afternoon action. Some stuff's going to probably be already underway. I actually don't know the score of the Marlins game. Let me make sure I know what's going on. Oh, that's at 1:15 Central Time. Yeah. So that's starting in like 5 minutes. Cool. So I don't really have a play on this today. It definitely looks like an interesting game here. I know a lot of people are taking the Marlins because of the pitching differences, but it does look like the Cardinals are going to be the sharp side in the market. Slight negative VMI on both sides. Not really seeing anything too crazy. It's not like going to be humid. There's going to be a slight wind blowing in towards home plate. Probably an underplay, honestly. I feel like this is going to be a good spot for an under. Definitely going to be my lean here. Looks to be the sharp side. We can talk about any movement the market's had. Yeah, this opened at 8.5 and has been hammered. It opened 8.5 minus 125. So it probably got to 8 pretty quick. But, under 7.5 is now the favorite at minus 115. So we're seeing some decent market movement on that one. I think that there's probably a reason. I know the Cardinals have been a pretty strong under team. We can look at like their trends, 14 and 18 at home. So the under is 18 and 14 is what that means. And then, Marlins have only gone over 3 times in their last 6. And with a good pitcher on the mound today, I believe it is, Alcantara. I suck with names, but with Alcantara on the mound, I think a lot of people are going to be looking to back the Marlins, are going to be looking to maybe take unders against the Cardinals today. Again, I'm not really loving a side on this one. Interesting. Yeah. No runs first inning. No Arenado is interesting. Put that up on the screen really quick. Should be a fun one. So I'm just going to fix the camera here so I don't get beaten down by the comments. But yeah, we should have a good game here. It does seem like it could be low scoring, especially if Arenado's out. That could account for a little bit of the movement towards the under as well. So we'll probably just leave it at that. I know some of the sports line experts are going to be on the Marlins today. It isn't a bad bet. I don't think the RFI is bad either. We usually lean a little bit more towards the yes because, again, first inning is the only inning guaranteed to have the 1 through 3 hitters up promised on both sides. So, things can go either way. And again, with Oviedo on the mound, his 5.72 ERA, we could dig into his numbers a little bit if you want quickly. But that game's on already like starting, so you might not be able to get anything in. But all right, so let's just leave that one there. Then we're going to the game I have a pick on today, which is the Detroit Tigers and the Kansas City Royals. Cool. So this game, again, I'm going to be on the Royals today. I almost took them on the run line. I do have a small sprinkle on it myself, but my play of the day is going to be the Royals money line. And I'm really doing this because I really like Brady Singer today. I know our main guy, Maestro, Larry Hartstein, is going to be on his K prop as well. Loved seeing that coming out of Larry. Because, again, if Brady Singer is on, which I do think he might be today, the Royals need him to be. They've only won a single game of their last 10. They are on a slide. They are not really doing well. But Singer, he's doing really well. His weighted on base average is going to be 2.97 expected, and his expected slugging is 354. So those are good numbers. Again, and he's facing Tariq Skubal, who has nice strikeout numbers and can keep the ball off of the bat, I guess, a good whiff percentage, but he's also walking guys pretty decently. He doesn't have, when people make contact, it's a good rate of hard contact. But yeah, should be an interesting one there. I think Brady Singer does perform much better at home. So I'm back in the Royals today to get a win, to not get swept by the Tigers. I believe Sportsline expert Matt Severance also quoted that they haven't been swept at home by the Tigers since 2014. So I'd be really shocked to see them drop this one today. I really didn't mind laying the juice to get the money line. So yeah, Gravy, we will definitely talk about Jacob deGrom. I think that's an interesting preposition. And anything changing with pitchers afraid to use substances? I think it's early to draw conclusions on that. It's a good question. Spin rates are definitely down on some top pitchers. I know a lot of people are like, what's going to go on with like Garrett Cole? Are we going to see something different at DeGrom today? There's a bunch of aces on the mound. And it could lean towards more overs. That's the only slight inclination I would have. And I'd be really interested to maybe go see what the last 10, 15 days or so have looked like in run production compared to, the prior 30. That would be interesting to take a look at. But my guess is that it's going to be somewhat minimal. I don't know. Are you going to chalk Yu Darvish's loss up yesterday to not having it? Are you going to say that, Garrett Cole, if he loses today, it's because of that? There's a lot you could talk about. It's very interesting. I think personally, there's some really fun comments out there today being like, why are you suspending guys for 10 days for this, but you didn't suspend a single Astro for what they did? And look, they have a point. Right? Like this is bringing the hammer down pretty hard. And they brought the hammer down pretty hard on that trash can and they didn't get anything for it. So that's my personal opinion as a Yankee fan. But all right. Interesting question. Good to talk about. Going to be, still a small sample size talking about what the difference is going to be, but definitely something we're looking for as the season continues. Going forward, again, I'm taking the Royals and the Tigers. I'm also leading over in this one. Lost that one last night. Wasn't really happy about it. Terrible night for me last night. Not gonna beat around the bush. I didn't hate the analysis. The Jays blew it. They were up a little bit. They just blew it. That was awful to the Yankees, of course. And then, this matchup, we got 5 runs in 3 innings and we only got 2 for the next 6. So that just stunk. We were trying to get to 9 or 10 runs. So I think they do have a good offensive showing today at Kauffman Stadium. Again, we talked about it yesterday. One of the better hitting environments in all of baseball. Padres lost hurt. That wasn't fun. But yeah. Donkey got ruined. Look, the Donkey was on a little bit of too hot of a run. It was probably time for the Donkey to take an L. If you've been following the Donkey parlays, you're probably really happy with how they've been doing. And that, I say it all the time, they weren't supposed to win. But anyway, let's continue. We do have a lot of games at 2 o'clock. I want to talk about the early games for sure. Next game on the list is going to be the Tampa Bay Rays are playing the Chicago White Sox. This is going to be a great one. 2 great pitchers on the mound today. Ryan Yarbrough is a young guy, but 27.7% hard hit rate. That's so low. He is just missing barrels. It's just the truth. 6.4% barrel percentage. Giolito, on the other hand, does the other stuff a lot better. Really high K rate, really nice batting average against, really nice weighted expected on base average. Yarbrough isn't as great at that, but his contact isn't as deadly. Clearly, this is the numbers that he has for how young he is and how little he's pitched is a little bit shaky, in my opinion. I saw that, Sean. We'll definitely talk about this right now. I don't know. Yarbrough has always had these hard hit numbers, top 1-2% of the league. So if you trust it. Yeah, he doesn't walk people. Average exit velocity is really down. Clearly, the Sportsline model doesn't agree. They think that the White Sox are going to get to him. I know a couple sharp people are on the White Sox today. I don't hate that bet. I know the White Sox are at home. They sort of haven't been performing as well as they need to in this series. Could be a good day for them. Yarbrough he pitches a little slow. His pitches are not exactly like fast. His cutter, he throws a cutter fastball. Like he doesn't really throw a 4-seam very much. He throws a cut fastball. Yeah, Mike is the sharp person I was talking about. So the White Sox definitely could get to him. They definitely could get to him. I tail Mike. I always tail Mike. But I'm not sitting there making that play myself. I don't hate the over, but this is a little tricky. Giolito isn't bad. Yarbrough, again, doesn't induce a lot of big hits. So you might not see screaming home runs. I mean, we could take a look at his home run rate. My guess is it's pretty low. Let's see if I can find it. It just takes a second to pull everything up. But no, I'll probably leave it. My guess is that it's low. But all right, again, we want to try to get through the games today, talk about the whole slate. So let's keep it going. Weather-wise, nothing crazy in either of those last two games I talked about. Then we're going to go to the Reds and the Brewers. This is an interesting one. There's some great pitchers on the mound here today. I think my lean on this one with Melee versus Peralta, who both have like phenomenal numbers. Like you go take a look at their baseball savant stuff, and it's pretty great. It's pretty great. Oh, you know what I could do today? This might be fun. Hold on. Let's have a little fun with it today. Window. Yeah, let's do this. Cool. Sweet. So you guys can see what I'm seeing now, right? So what I'm seeing here, right, is Tyler Melee. He looks like he has both these guys have great numbers. Again, you're a little worried about that walk percentage on Freddie Peralta, but hard hit numbers are great. K rate on Peralta is nuts. That's nuts. I mean, we can look at what the percentile is directly here. If it loads, thank you. Jesus. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. K rate 96th percentile, expected ERA 95th percentile. He's been on fire. Game logs we could check quickly. Yeah, this is nasty. He's only pitched twice this month, but he hasn't given up more than one run. He's only done it once against the Reds at home, which is, again, I believe, the matchup today. Yeah, and this was the matchup last time too. Interesting. So okay, this is going to be a good one. I think he should take care of him. And look at these numbers. He's just been dirty. He got beat up by the Phillies once, and that's really it. Only allowed 3 more than one time. So definitely maybe leaning on a first 5 under could be a really interesting play here. In fact, I probably will make that one of the plays I have today, put it up in Mike's Discord, maybe tweet it out as well. But a first 5 under seems very interesting here. A under seems very interesting here. I mean, again, the contrarian over with both these teams and the offenses they have definitely has a little potential. But these pitchers are nice. These pitchers are nice. And we can look at Melee too. Well, maybe we won't because I have to find it. But anyway, cool. So that's how I'm taking that game. I don't really lean either side. I'm not going to mess with the matchup in the Reds and the Brewers. Am I adding any more plays to Sportsline? I might. I kind of feel like I don't. Well, no, I don't feel like I forced it yesterday at all. I really loved all 3 of my plays. I was really pissed, honestly, when I woke up to see that the Twins didn't score a single run, and yet I still lost the over. Should have probably just bet on Flexen the under. Instead, I lost the under at 8.5. The Mariners put up 10. That was annoying. But no, I'm probably leaving it at the 1. Again, we can't really put first 5 plays up. So yeah, Blue Jays it was a frustrating one. But look, with how opposite my luck has been with these parlays hitting, that 3-0 day on Sportsline the other day, I'm not going to sit around and get mad. I'm not going to sit around and be like, oh, I need to find winners now. I need to improve my record. That's how you get caught up losing. I need to win. I want to pick my spots where I feel like I have a good chance to win, whether it's 1 unit for the day or 4. I'm not ever going to be out there trying to just get winners for the sake of, getting bets on the board. I'd literally rather go up a little bit on my one play that I like. But all right, let's keep on rolling. So that should cover the 2 p.m. Eastern games. We're going to go over to the Rockies-Padres game, which was a big winner for anyone who took the Rockies. They came back late. They got Darvish out of the game, and they came back late. So yeah, let's take a look at this one. We'll pull this up with this. Oh, that's cool. You see a mile high game? I do. I really do. I mean, look at this. Friedland a 4. This is literally a mile high game. You can't make that up. Expected weighted on base average of 420 in Colorado. Going in with 618 expected slugging. All right, we gotta dive a little deeper because that's ridiculous. Let's see what's going on here. How many starts does he have? How bad is this compared to his career? Bottom 1% of the league expected ERA. Bottom 1% of the league expected weighted on base average. Bottom one, like he is having a bad. Jeez, this is a bad season for this guy. But these diagrams make me feel like he hasn't thrown that many pitches this year. So, but I don't think he's been good. I don't think he's been good any year. Yeah, he hasn't had a whip under. And he's pitched 3 times at home and 1 time at Oakland, and he still couldn't manage anything at Oakland Coliseum where everything's so much better. Who's this? This is Kyle Friedland, Rockies pitcher. Look at this, guys. This is I kind of am enjoying having the solo show because I get to just have a little fun today. But yeah, this is pretty rough. What are you going to do with this? The only thing he has going for him is his fastball spin. And they're in the Rockies. It's not going to spin nearly as much. Yeah, my guess is that the total for this one is probably at 12 now. I'm not 100% sure. I can look at it. Yeah, it's gotten to 12. I believe it was at 11.5 this morning. I probably go in Padres -1.5 if I want to bet this one. Padres team total as well. Yeah, looks like good bets. I don't want to trust this guy. I mean, look at this. Look at these splits. He's so bad against lefties. 15.75 ERA against lefties. 8 hits, 8 runs. My goodness. This is just so bad. Yeah, you could go -2.5 if you don't hate the odds, if you don't hate that extended one. I don't hate a sprinkle on this. Is ridiculous. And I'm sure that, yeah, they're expected to score a lot of runs today. I think I'd prefer just the strict over, honestly. I don't think this guy lasts that long. How long does he pitch in games? Where is the innings pitched? Yeah, he's going to go 4 innings. He's going to go 4.5. He's not going to make it through the 5th. He's only made it through the 5th once. And again, that was at Oakland Call. You're going to see him for just 4 innings. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the moment I say, oh yeah, it's totally going over, he's going to pitch the best game of his life somehow. But it is Colorado. It is, the Rockies probably going to lose this one. Guess we'll find out. All right, on to the next. Angels Athletics. Interesting one here. Where is it? Here it is. So we're seeing nothing significant on the VMI. Air density is low. Definitely a little low. Or sorry, high. Woo. High. Definitely high. Wind blowing out. Oakland Coliseum, one of the worst places to hit, right? Pitching matchup. Nothing crazy. I didn't really pick anything here. I don't really want to touch it. I don't. Just going to leave this one. Interesting. St. Louis has a man on with 1 out. All right. Pittsburgh, Washington. Initial thoughts is DeYoung isn't good. He's just not. He shouldn't be in the lineup, but I don't really trust these numbers either. I'm probably taking the Nationals just on the basis of the Pirates aren't good if I had to take it. But I know there's a sports line play on it today too. But this one, I don't see anything on this one that would make me want to play anything. Sharp side is the Pirates and the over. I don't hate the over here. Again, look at those numbers. You could see a lot of hitting coming from both sides. DeYoung hasn't been pitching a lot, as you can see from him not really having heat maps. Again, no strong play. I felt like there was a lot on market today. And that's why I only had the one play out there. This isn't great. This isn't great. Should be a good one. I like the over, if anything. Over 9 seems pretty likely to happen in this one. This is like a getaway game, probably, in terms of the pitching matchups. You might have some people sitting. It's tough. It's tough. I don't know how you have all these numbers and you have a 98th percentile walk percentage. Like you can't do anything but not walk people. Good for him, I guess. Marquee matchup of the day with the Yankees. Nothing crazy here. I mean, you didn't get the craziest line on Cole, right? We're seeing a line on Cole that you're like, interesting, -160. I mean, usually it approaches -190, -200, -210. So the market's kind of like, do we fade him? What do we do? And you might be surprised to see these numbers. When people are catching the ball, it's getting hit decently hard. And it's leaving the bat pretty quick. And that's, if you watch Garrett Cole pitch, that's kind of true, right? Like when he screws up a pitch, it gets bombed. He doesn't just give up a little itsy bitsy dribbler. He gets a rip to like right to the wall. It's not great. And it has to do with how he pitches and the spin rates and the deception that he has. So like when he messes something up, it can be kind of unfortunate. Now Stanton and Judge are hot. These are some hot hitters. These are some hot barrel percentages. So I'm mad at the Blue Jays. I'm mad at the Yankees. I don't think I can pick this game without bias. So left it alone today. All right. Continuing onward. Baltimore and Cleveland looks to be an interesting one. This was, easy call last night, right? Fade Matt Harvey worked out very nicely. We had a lean on the under. I believe it pushed at 9. Nothing jumps out here, right? I didn't love this game personally. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy on any of the VMI numbers, honestly. We can talk about the sharp money on this one if you want. Again, the sharp money, I was against the Yankees today. I think people are fading these big pitchers today. I don't know. Savale, that's how you say his name, has done well. You got me, Brian. You got me, dude. I don't know. That just doesn't make much sense. I'm not going to sit here and complain about the whole process. MLB is going to do what it does. It's kind of a mess, but suspend the Astros at least, please, something. Anyway, I digress. I mean, again, Savale has been nice, 9-2 record, but these numbers don't really make you think he's pitching to it. What's his expected ERA at? That makes sense, Jake. That makes sense. This does make sense. Again, I don't know the semantics. I don't know the rules. I'm not going to sit here and say I know how it should work. I just have my own opinions. Okay. Again, these numbers, his expected ERA, look at that. 3.17 ERA, 4.31 ERA, expected weighted on base average 3.01. I mean, he could fall off. Do I like the over here? It looks like it's formulaically what you would expect. Like if you look at how the offenses have been doing, how these guys have been allowing balls in play. But I don't know if I like it as much as it's like, okay, yeah, that's probably a lean. When you see the Orioles going up against someone who's been pitching well, you kind of get a little worried. I don't know how easy it is to handicap this one, but Orioles are pretty bad on the road, right? We can check their trends recently. Orioles on the road, 10-23 this year, so pretty bad. 19-38 as an underdog. I guess. Well, they've only been favored in like 9 games, so and most of those were probably when John Means was pitching. So I probably lean Indians again. Probably lean the over again. It's hard to trust Baltimore. We can look up their team stats. I literally do look at this Baltimore team splits. Boom, expert researcher right here. So yeah, the team is pretty bad at home. This is nuts. Maybe Matt Harvey's just pitched more at home. But yeah, I'm not, and they also just don't have a great pitching environment for their home team. So I'm probably gonna lay off this one, honestly. Orioles look like they're the sharp side. Could be a little interesting. So yeah, probably leave it alone personally. But all right, let's try to wrap it up. We have a couple more games up here. So stock DeGrom. I know Mike is on the Cubs plus 1.5 today. I like the play. I like going against DeGrom. I love the odds you're getting on an offense like Chicago. We did hit the under here yesterday. We did. Again, Jacob DeGrom is just a monster, though. The real chance the Cubs have is getting out of this. I don't even know what you're referring to, Jake. You're going to have to educate us a little bit more. But DeGrom's just a monster. He's a monster. 46.2% K rate. Look, what do you say? What do you say to this? What do you say? I don't even know. He's a beast. Beast. I'm shocked he's even in the 98th or 99th percentile for any of this. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I can definitely appreciate that as someone who does that myself a little often. So, yeah. Look, for the odds you're getting on DeGrom or fading DeGrom today, you're going to take it. He's one of those pitchers that it just pays off to fade every time. It's not something I do every time, but I know that there's some good models. Interesting. Nice. I like the dogs today, too. They did well yesterday. Weekday dogs have been strong all year. We can take a look at the F5 report actually really quickly. This is my favorite resources. I think it's OddsShark F5 report. Again, master of research here, but it was updated a day ago. This is a great article. So, I meant Underdog Report. I'm silly. They do both. You want this. Okay. So look at this. So underdogs the last 7 days have been losing, last 14 days losing, last 3 days losing. But it looks like it's pretty consistent, right? It looks like you've almost sustained all these losses over these last 3 days. Like before the last 3 days, it was even, right? And before the last 3 days, they were up. But that makes sense because Sunday and Monday are big favorite days. But let's see. Days of the week. Boom. Look at this. So Wednesday, today, the best money-making day for underdog run lines. The best day for underdog straight up is Tuesday. It was yesterday. And today is pretty good too. The overs. Is that in here? I don't know. I feel like I don't know if that's in here. I can pull it up. Let's see if they have over under report. Again, this is just the easiest way to find it. I don't think they're going to have it. So no. We can find it on the F5. I'm sure that talks about it on the F5 actually. So let's look at that quickly. Nope. This is by pitcher. No, it's not there, unfortunately. But all right, cool. We'll just keep running through some games. Finish it up here. So yeah, I'd probably lean on DeGrom stock. I'd probably lean on fading DeGrom. I know I personally have some money on it. It's not a pick for me, but I am playing it as a systemic play. Okay. Boston, Atlanta. I almost played this over on Sportsline last night, guys. I literally pulled it off the sheet, and I was so mad because this one flew over inside information. I don't have inside information. But anyway, this one flew over. I don't know if the weather is going to be the same as it was last night. Let's take a peek. 59 is still pretty low. I think it was like 58 last night, though. Wind blowing out. Positive VMIs for both teams. Oh, man, this one's going to be hard to not put up on Sportsline, honestly. Garrett Richards, not great. Going to a pretty bad pitching environment. Man, I don't know. This one could make it on my sheet. You know, I love the over at Truist. 9.5's high, but they got this without a problem last night. Richards might have an easier time against the Braves, given that he's not a lefty. I'm not 100% if Acuna is playing or not. I can look right now. My guess is that he is expected to play. It should tell. Yeah, the starting lineup isn't out yet, but we'll see. I can find that out for you. But yeah, I do like the over. I don't hate the Red Sox. Again, this is a great hitting environment for them, and they have some great hitters. They seem to be doing decently. I'm not sure if JD Martinez is going to play left field again. I know that was a worry last night. He did end up starting in left field because, again, the Red Sox lose the DH in this battle. But I don't know. Again, probably leaning over. Interested to see if we have. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone. I can put it in a place where it doesn't make me look stupid when I look down at it. It looks like the under has some money on it. Looks like it opened at 9 and it's moved to 9.5 though. So I probably lean over. This could make it onto Sportsline, but again, I'm not going to force anything. I'll probably dig a little deeper before I do that. But the weather supports it. Garrett Richards could blow up. We can take a look at his recent pitching performances. Got to do enunciation work around here. His game logs. Yeah, he's been pitching well. Pitching decently. And that's some bad places to pitch. This has been a decent year for him, honestly. The whip's a little worrisome. I will say that. I don't know. I guess start at your own risk. Play at your own risk here. This is going to be a hard matchup for him, probably. But we'll find out. I lean over and probably Red Sox, but I'm not playing either at all. Okay. Couple more games to go. This one's interesting. I talk about Jordan Lyles all the time. I think he has one of the worst fastballs in baseball. And his expected slugging numbers will tell you that he does. His expected weighted on base average is awful. Not awful. It's just not good. And Greinke maybe has potential blow-up issues as well. I don't know. I'm probably going to be on the Astros. It's probably going to end up in the donkey of the day. And if anything, run line for the Astros, maybe over for the Astros team total. I think they showed up last night and they're just that type of team. They can just do it. Ooh, my game's starting. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, that doesn't start for another half an hour. Why is it pain in my butt? Okay, let's finish this one off. 3 more games. So Arizona, San Francisco really quickly. Let's look at weather before we rule anything out. Nothing. This is kind of crazy. Again, the under here probably hits tonight for the Mariners and the Twins because I got it wrong last night. Nothing too notable in any of these games. Again, maybe besides the Boston Red Sox, Atlanta Braves weather. I'm expecting the Giants to win this one again. Last night, poor Arizona backers, man. But DeSclafani is a lot better than Merrill Kelly. You could definitely take them first 5. I think they'll get to Merrill Kelly early here. Expected batting average against the Giants, who slug really well, is dangerous. Like, you don't want to have a bad expected batting average against a team that can hit as well as they have. Mariners have been nice. They have been nice, but I think that might change tonight. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, probably going Giants if I had to. They'll probably make the donkey of the day. But all right, let's finish off with this game that frustrated me to no end last night. Still annoyed, honestly. 8-0, and we get our under. Justice Sheffield, though. It's going to be hard to put your money behind this guy, in my humble opinion. It's just going to be hard to put your money behind him. Why would you? I don't know where I just put his numbers. But you saw. They're pretty bad. Ober. That's not any better. I'm probably not touching the under. Tell you that much. It showed me all their pitchers. That's kind of cool. Yeah, he's one of the worst on the staff. Only one guy, Marco Gonzalez, has a worse expected slugging for the staff of the Mariners today. We didn't even talk about that game. So I guess we have 2 more games. Yeah. Last game of the day. How do we feel about Phillies plus 130? Wheeler has the heat. Yeah, Wheeler does have the heat, man. He does. Woo. Looks like a DeGrom display here. I mean, look, the problem is that I don't think he's faced a lineup like this. And that scares the crap out of me. Like, what? How is this possible? Where are his numbers in terms of his expected is, holy cow. Yeah, I would go F5 if you're going to play the Phillies here. I agree, Jake. I agree. That's how I'd play it. Yep. Agree with both statements. First 5, run line could be interesting for the Phillies, or money line. I don't hate either. Yeah, Wheeler's been nice. This is just crazy. How can you be so good, but yet your stuff gets smacked? Whatever. Not going to worry about it. Hopefully his stuff doesn't get smacked if you're taking him today. Kershaw definitely has a couple weaknesses. And the Phillies lineup isn't bad. It isn't bad. I mean, Realmuto, Harper, both pretty good hitters. Odubel Cabrera, I mean, it's just a contact hitter. 17% K rate. Segura doesn't strike out. Yep, we can look at Kershaw's numbers, see how he's been doing recently. I don't think this is the game where you're afraid to fade him. He bounced back against a weak Rangers team, but right, he had given up 10 in his last 2. But again, against 2 decent offenses, right? Giants and Braves are good offenses. Houston, he beat the Diamondbacks. He got hit up by the Marlins. But I don't know. He looks like he's better at home. I mean, obviously that was a bad start to open the season. We'll see. He looks like he's a lot better at home, though. So I'd be a little worried. I think this could be an interesting under position. Yeah, I agree. I don't disagree with this. I'm glad you guys enjoy my thought process. It's definitely what we're here to do. This is kind of how I go through it. I usually go slower. I do go slower when I do it by myself. I dig deeper into the splits. I dig deeper into past performance on pitch types. I dig deeper into the weather factors. I dig deeper into assumed lineups. But yeah, I think that's going to probably wind it down for today. If you have any final questions, I just talked for 45 minutes straight. That was fun, though. I didn't feel like 45 minutes. I had a good time. Definitely appreciate you guys hanging out. I know, again, we'll have Mike tomorrow. I believe both of us are on the early edge tomorrow morning, and then we have the full hour early edge afternoon special. So you probably won't be getting a market movers tomorrow. And yes, as Jake said, if you don't know, if you watch the show and you aren't a part of Mike's Discord, you can basically chat with me like I'm some regular person, because I am. But Mike's Discord is probably my favorite thing in the world. I mean, that's the Discord where I really learned how to be a much better handicapper, much better in general. There's a lot of people in there who are doing the same things, bouncing ideas off of each other. You do have to subscribe to Mike's Twitch to get in, but if you have Amazon Prime, it's free. Definitely worth it. That's how I pay for it. But I'll be in there all day. You can always chat with me in there. You can, hit me up on Twitter. Twitter handle's right there. I'm always around, always talking about sports. Hopefully won't have a crappy day like I did yesterday, but it looks like the underplay on the St. Louis game is starting out decent. That was a decent lean. Whoa. We need a donkey of the day. My apologies, everybody. Let's get a donkey of the day out there. We lost yesterday. We'll probably lose again today. But again, we had back-to-back hits on Monday and Tuesday. Sunday and Monday. So again, that shouldn't be what's happening. So easy ones to pick on are going to be the Padres with the Fathers. We'll definitely be taking the Mets, even though we're betting against them in a lot of cases here. We're talking about a donkey of the day parlay. They're minus 300 in some spots. You're going to put the Mets in there. So we'll go Padres, we'll go Mets, we'll go Astros, another minus 200 or more line. So we have those three big ones. We'll go interdisciplinary today. We'll take those three huge favorites in baseball. And let's go to the NBA, because I do believe you should have some massive favorites in both these games. Yeah, so we'll probably put both the massive favorites, the 76ers and the Jazz. And then if you really, really want to have some fun, throw the Vegas Knights on there too. They're minus 275. And if you parlay all that together, you're going to come out to about 590 or so. So again, just to repeat it, you're going to go San Diego Padres, New York Mets, Houston Astros, 76ers, Clippers, Vegas Knights for plus 590. And look, if you want to be a little cautious and maybe drop the Mets out, maybe drop the Padres out, I don't hate it. I think, Astros, 76ers, Clippers, Vegas, if you really wanted to do that, let's see what happens with that one. That's how, again, I do have the 4-leg limit, so I probably will play it that way. That's plus 244. Sounds like free money. Shouldn't be. One of these teams will lose. Houston Astros, 76ers, Jazz, Vegas Knights. One should lose. About, again, 1 out of 3.5 times one should lose. So, look, I'll leave you guys there. I got a couple other things to do today. Please tweet me, call me, beat me, whatever you want to beat, whatever. We're going to go definitely. Oh, Jazz. Am I being stupid? Thank you. Obviously, the Clippers are not minus 300, and they would not make the donkey of the day parlay. It's just like right on my sheet. I'm just going off of my stupid phone here. So thank you very much. All right, guys. I will be on the early edge tomorrow morning. Mike will be joining me. And again, we will both be on the 5 p.m. hour on the Sportsline YouTube page as well. So hopefully see you all then. Again, reach out, hit me up, whatever you want. See you all soon. And thank you for tuning in.